When a man knows he lost you, he changes fast. Not always because he grew. Sometimes it is because panic finally hit him. And the signs are easier to see than you think. First, he starts reaching out in random ways. Not clearly, not boldly, just enough to test the door. He sends a "hey" that says nothing, or reacts to your story like it means nothing. But here's the truth. Men rarely do random things when their ego is hurting. If he feels fine, he stays silent. If he feels your absence, he reaches. This is not always love. Sometimes it is fear. Fear that you are really moving on. Fear that he waited too long. Fear that someone else will value what he ignored. Pay attention to this. His message usually has no real purpose, because the real purpose is you. He is not asking about your day. He is checking if he still has access to you. Like sending, "I saw something that reminded me of you." What he means is, do I still matter to you? Then he starts watching you from a distance. Quietly, constantly, sometimes obsessively. He views your stories fast. He notices who likes your photos. This is where it gets interesting. A man who thinks he can get you back any time does not monitor you. A man who knows he lost you does. Because distance makes reality louder. He cannot feel your energy anymore, so he tries to collect pieces of you online. Your smile, your outfit, your location, anything that tells him where your heart might be. And yes, it can look childish, but pain often looks childish, especially when regret is involved. He may not text you at all, but he is still checking if you look happier without him. That part stings more than people admit. Like seeing you post dinner, friends, and peace, and suddenly he realizes you did not fall apart. After that, he starts bringing up old memories. Not because he is nostalgic for fun, because the past is the only place he still has you. He says, "Remember that night at the beach?" Or, "I heard our song today." But here's the truth. Memory becomes a weapon when the present feels empty. He brings up the good times for a reason. He wants you emotional again. He wants to reopen a feeling. He wants to remind you of the version of him you loved, because he knows the current version failed you. And this matters. People return to old memories when new reality hurts. He is not just remembering. He is trying to reverse time in your mind. Pay attention to this. If he only talks about the sweet parts, he knows exactly what he broke. Like saying, "We used to laugh so much together." What he means is, can you forget why you left? Then comes the sudden self-improvement phase. New haircut, gym photos, better clothes. Suddenly he is focused, disciplined, and deep. Funny how timing works. This is where it gets interesting. The growth may be real, but the trigger is usually loss. Some men do not change during love. They change after consequences, after silence, after distance, after being replaced by peace. That is when the mirror finally gets honest. He starts asking himself hard questions. Why did I push too far? Why did I wait until she was done? Why am I becoming the man she needed after she left? That is the painful part. Not that you left. It is that your leaving finally woke him up. Like posting a gym mirror selfie with some fake caption about peace, but really hoping you see it and think, wow, he changed. Then he starts getting weird about other men. Even if he acts calm, watch closely. He asks small questions with big emotion behind them. So, are you talking to someone? Or, who took that picture? But here's the truth. Jealousy shows up when ownership is gone. When he had you, he felt secure. Once he lost you, every unknown man feels like a threat. Not because every man is better, but because now he knows he is replaceable. And that thought hits hard, especially if he once thought you would always stay. This is where his ego starts fighting reality. He may act casual, but his mind is racing. Is she laughing with someone else? Is she giving someone the softness I wasted? Pay attention to this. A man asks about competition when he fears he already lost. Then he starts creating excuses to be near you. Small reasons, weak reasons, convenient reasons. He accidentally texts about a charger or asks about something he could solve alone. He finds a reason to return your stuff late or suddenly needs your opinion on something simple. This is not always about the item. It is about the connection. He wants one more moment, one more conversation, one more opening. Because if you still respond, hope stays alive, and hope can be addictive. But here's the truth. When a man knows he lost you, he becomes creative. Not romantic, creative. He uses whatever excuse feels safe enough to avoid rejection, safe enough to keep his pride alive. Like saying, I found your book. What he means is, can I still enter your world for 1 minute? And eventually, his mask starts slipping. He says what he should have said earlier. He becomes more honest than usual. Maybe not fully honest, but more honest. He admits he misses you. He admits he messed up. He admits he did not think you would really leave. That line tells you everything. He thought your love was permanent. He thought your patience had no ending. He thought your heart would wait. Until one day, it did not. This is where it gets painful. Sometimes losing you is the first time he truly sees you. Not as comfort, not as routine, not as backup, but as someone rare, someone he should have protected better. Like saying, I know I didn't show it right, or I should have listened when you were still here. That is regret finally finding words. So if you are seeing these signs, trust what they mean. Random texts, silent watching, old memories, sudden growth, jealous questions, fake excuses, and late honesty. Those things rarely happen by accident. They happen when loss becomes real. But here's the most important part. His regret does not erase your pain. His realization does not cancel what you carried alone. And him missing you does not always mean he deserves you again. Sometimes the lesson is not about him coming back. Sometimes the lesson is about you finally choosing yourself. Because the moment he knows he lost you, you may have already found your peace. If this hit home, stay close. There's a lot more to understand about love, loss, and human behavior.